Today we're going to be working on medical terminology, chapter 1. This is the introduction to the medical language. You have 4 word parts for medical terminology. You have the word root, prefix, suffix, combining form, combining vowel. The word root is the core of the word, or the medical term, the anatomy of that medical term. So for instance, hepat means liver, Arthur means joint, derm means skin, ven means vein, and osti means bone. Then you have a prefix which goes at the very beginning of the word root and usually gives us some sort of direction like up or down, 2 or 3, etc. So intra is within, sub is under. Then you have suffixes which goes at the end of the word root and usually gives us a description or tells us why we're talking about that core word. So for instance, itis is inflammation, ic is pertaining to, os is pertaining to, pathy is disease, and megaly is enlargement. Then you have a combining form. So usually the word root will have a vowel attached to it. And for instance, we have 3 here, arthro, which means still joint, osteo, which means bone, and veno, which means vein. The combining vowel usually is an O, does not always have to be, but usually is. And the only reason for the combining vowel is to pronunciate the word a little bit smoother. So this way it comes out a little bit smoother, we're not stopping and starting, and it sounds more intelligent. Medical term root words I want to review again is hepat is liver, Arthur is joint, derm is skin, ven is vein. You will be making flashcards for these as you go along in each chapter. Medical term prefixes, you have sub is under and intra is within. Then medical term suffixes, itis is inflammation, path is disease, ic is pertaining to, os is pertaining to, megal or megal is enlargement or enlarged. Okay, these are the exercises that are going to be in your workbook that you need to turn in with me. What I want to know in this first one is for you to locate your root word. So when you're going to do the word root here, you need to look at this and say, okay, which one is the core of the subject? Hepatitis means inflammation of the liver, and so you would circle hepat because that is your word root. If you go down here to arthropathy, pathy is disease, Arthur is my joint, so that is going to be the word root. Then here in intradermal, it's not at the beginning of the word this time, it's in the middle. Derm here means skin. And the last one, hepatomegaly, hepat is your liver again, and that would be your word root. So these are the exercises you would do in your workbook and then turn into me. Now we're going to go on to the prefixes, and you're going to locate the prefixes on these. So the prefix for subhepatic is going to be sub. It's telling me that it's below the liver. Then the prefix for subcutaneous is also going to be sub. It's telling me it's below the skin. Cutane is skin. And I know we didn't have that word earlier, but that is what that word means. Then intradermal is going to be intra because it's within the skin. Derm we did have before. And then intravenous, you're going to circle intra again because it's within the vein. Then we're going to go on to suffixes. Hepatitis, itis is telling us what's going on with the body part, and so you're going to circle that. Arthropathy will be pathy is your suffix, which means disease. And down here at arthritis again, we are going to circle itis because it is the suffix of that word and telling us that there's inflammation again. And then hepatic, we're going to circle the ic. Now, these are your studies for Chapter 1 and a description of how you would do your assignments. Thank you.